one of the things I ask my kids to do is to look at the very top of the page at the bold-faced words. It says that we're going to be bagging snacks, and it says we need to be choosing common multiples or common factors. We'll read the scenario that's been provided here, where we have the 24 apples, 36 small bags of trail mix, and we also have snack packs that we're going to be using to bag all these goodies. So we'll read that paragraph where it talks about the problem, and then I'll insist that my kids all try to work alone for 2, 3, or 4 minutes. After they've had that time to ponder alone, I bring them back together. I will have walked around the room. I'll say, kids, I was walking around the room and I've noticed a lot of stress. And I see some people who've developed some strategies. I'm sure you're debating whether you're going down the right path or not. I have something that I want to provide for you that's going to help somewhat. And so I tell the kids, for this lesson, we're actually going to work in our teams of 4, and that I'm going to give them some small cups. I'm going to give them a whole bunch of 2 different items. This past year I used pennies and I used bingo chips. I make sure that they're getting way more of all these things. I don't want to provide the exact numbers of anything because I still want this to be an open-ended question. I'm just trying to provide a physical tool that's going to allow these kids to make models if they need it. So we'll write up on the board that we're going to let the cups represent the snack bags. And then I'll say the pennies and these bingo chips that we have, we need to have these represent the other 2 things that we're working with. What other 2 things are we working with? So we'll just write up here on the board, make a key for these 3 different items. And I'm not trying to give away the math. I'm trying to provide tools that will allow them to have a better chance of getting to the math. I know the launch is done when I feel like I've provided the kids with, I've got the kids hooked into what the problem is asking, and I've helped them understand what work I need them to produce. Do I feel like my kids understand the context and they're bought into the problem? They understand what's being asked. And then have I provided enough information for the kids to know how they're going to produce their work today? I know I have not done an effective launch when I say it's time to get busy. It's time to work now, kids. And I get 8 hands raised in the room, and they're all asking, are we working alone? Are we working together? Do we put it on poster board? Do we put it on our own paper? If I get those hands up all around the room, I know I have not done my job during the launch.